All right, today we're going to estimate pi using a completely different method. So we're going to use the method called Buffon's needle. And you can see the formula for this is 2 times the length of the needle times the number of times you drop it. And then you divide by the length between the parallel lines times the number of times your needle crosses the line. So you can read through what you need for the experiment, but I will show you what I'm using. So I use this little toothpick here, which I actually cut the ends to make it 2 inches. I have a piece of paper and I made the parallel lines the length of my 2 inches. So I made them about 2 inches apart. You can see this is angled a little bit, so it might not look that way, but these are all the length of my little needle here. And what you're going to do is you're going to drop the needle on this piece of paper from about a foot above the piece of paper, and you're going to count how many times it crosses the line and how many times it falls like in between a line. And then you're just going to fill in the chart. So let me do that, and we will fill in the chart as we go. So let me just fold this piece of paper. Here we go. Let's see if we can get this in well. All right, so I'm going to drop it 10 times, and I will just mark down how many times it crosses the line and how many times it falls in between. So that crossed it. That one crossed it. That one crossed it. That one's a little bit off, but I think it would have stayed in between. That one's close, but I'd say it crossed it. You can kind of see there. That one definitely crossed it. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one's in between. That one crossed. In between. And in between. So you can see here, out of the 10 times I did it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times it crossed a line, and 4 times it was between the lines. And I'm going to do this again for 10 times. I won't do that on the video. I think you get the idea. And then I'm going to give my total, so I know I dropped it a total of 40 times. I'm going to add this column to get a total number here that it was between, or it crossed a line, and then a total number here that it was between the lines. Okay? And then what you're going to do is you're then going to use this formula, because here in this formula here, we made the length of the needle the same thing as the length between the parallel lines. So therefore, mathematically, those will just kind of cancel out. So it simplifies our formula down a little bit to 2 times the number of times we drop the needle divided by the number of times it crossed a line. So now in this one here, you're going to fill that in. 2 times the number of times you drop the needle, which will be 40 times, divided by the number of times that it crossed a line. So you're going to just take this total number here, whatever this total number is here, and you're going to fill that into that blank there. Whoops, into that blank there. And you're just going to divide it out. It'll be 80 divided by whatever that number is, and you'll get some number there. All right, and then I think from there it's pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, let me know.